Alright, so Dark Elf turn 3. He decides to go ahead and charge the whole executioner unit at my men-at-arms. He catches me, but it means they have to go their full distance, and they land smack in the woods. So it's going to, for the most part, take them out of the game, and I am thrilled with that result. Otherwise, he turns the Spirit Elves, and again, they've got a level 2 mage that has 3 power dice, plus the team's 2 power dice, so it's 5 power dice. He's turning to try to blasting spells. And he also has this weird thing that every time he does wounds through magic, he gains wounds up to twice his starting, or her starting, or whatever. So he kills a couple questing knights, so instead of 2 wounds, that mage is at 4 wounds. So, and over here, yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, I don't know if I can win that or not. I'm in their flank. I've got numbers for now, but I can kill a few. But he's going first, gets to re-roll his 2-hit rolls, and then he's at strength 5, and it's just it's tough being a knight errant trying to go against a blackguard. So Brett turn 3. I probably could have charged a couple things into that unit, maybe, but I decided just to try to line up combined charges later. So I throw my Pegasus Knights right between those 2 units, put my general where you see him now. The only thing he has on the board that's really concerning me is that mage. I need to get that thing dead. And these guys just kind of shuffle around, turn around, so I can try to get some charges later. Now on this turn, even though it looks like he's still facing forward, he won combat for the first time, I think. If he didn't, he did very soon. And in one of these, whenever he first did one combat, he turned them, so they should be facing my guys, even though they're only 2 wide. So I don't know if that's now or then, but he's pretty consistently killing just one guy every combat phase. I win, he passes a stubborn 8, and we go. So the the Golden Chariot moves up. On my last turn, I was hurling rocks at trying to kill that thing, but I fluffed it. So he charged a trebuchet. Movement, there's nothing really he can do. He took his BSB out of the executioners, because that gets his BSB out of the woods in a hurry. Moves him up, he's standing all alone. Executioner's turn, they're pretty much out of the woods. And he's turning now so that he can see my general and the Pegasus Knights and try to throw some spells at me. So it's a closer look at what's going on. Don't know why I have a million pictures of the same thing. Yeah, Chariot beat the Trebuchet pretty easily. Yeah, this is the turn that he finally won, I think, where he killed another guy and whatever. They're locked in combat. I'm still happy with how that turned out. Even if he beats that unit, that's a 200-point unit that killed a Hydra and took Blackguard unit under half and kept the Blackguard unit out of the game. So I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out. My general and the lone remaining Pegasus Knight charge into the unit of the Spear Elves. And my thinking there is I want to kill that mage. All those wounds, you see I'm missing a Pegasus Knight. There's 2 wounds on my Royal Pegasus. There might even be a wound to my general, I'm not sure. But it's just that mage is just throwing stuff at me. And I only have 2 dispel dice now because I was stupid enough to lose my mage. So I just need that mage dead. So I'm willing to withstand a bunch of Spirit Elf attacks at strength 3. My general's got rerollable 3-up armor save. If the Royal Pegasus gets killed out from under me, it's a rerollable 2-up. So I'm not really concerned about his Spirit Elves doing me a lot of harm. And on my next turn, I'm going to have plenty of support coming in there. But again, that mage has 4 wounds, not 2 wounds. So, yeah. So, between the mage and the Spear Elves, because I wasn't in a challenge, I didn't want to get locked in a challenge with the champion, so I didn't issue one, he didn't issue one, and yeah, I got lucky. He didn't kill the Pegasus Knight, he killed the Royal Pegasus out from underneath my general. All my attacks are going towards that mage, and I don't know what she's at. I think I got her down to where she only had 1 wound left. I'm not really sure. So another look at the end of that turn. My bowman was shooting at his BSB, had no luck. We go to Dark Elf turn 5. The Chariot comes back on the board, moves up behind my archers. He moves executioners up a little bit, which ended up being a mistake. If you look at the left side of the board of my Knights Errant, where I'm in their flank and I can see him, and even with the terrain being in the way, I got plenty of movement there. So I don't know if he wants me to get a flank charge in the executioners, but that's what he's just allowed me to have. Took his BSB and charged my Knight of the Realm, which is so funny. I never considered something like that happening, but he actually has a decent chance because I've got him by, well, a rank outnumber banner, and I guess he has to do 3 wounds, but to tie combat. But he doesn't necessarily have to tie. He just has to not break, and he can keep that unit tied up and has a decent chance to eventually, once he kills one guy, I don't have the rank, and he can start going from there. And I don't remember how he's kitted out. I just don't know. He was pretty tough. So, yeah, on the last turn he had won it, and so he turned, but was still only 2 wide. So this turn he won it again, went 5 wide, and now those Knights Errant are just in trouble. But again, I don't have to do anything. I can just let him kill me and pursue, and he's still pretty much out of the game. So we're still locked in combat here, but you notice there's no level 3 mage. So now his magic's gone, and I'm not worried about this. My turn, I'm going to wipe him out. My general and the Pegasus Knight are still alive, so life is good there. So Brett turn 5. Archers turn around. I was trying to angle it such that if he charged me, I might be able to... I wanted to flee and make him go towards the woods, but I couldn't do it. There's just no way. I could have angled to where I could let him hit me, and then we would go in the woods. And when all was said and done, I just said, screw it, just turn around and shoot at him. Charge the Executioners in the flank. Now here I had to make some tough choices. Again, in a tournament, I don't think I would have done that, but it was a friendly game, so I took the Questing Knights into the back of the Blackguard because I could, because I think the only way to get that unit is to kill him down to a man, and I'm coming in there with a bunch of attacks. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks at strength 5, and then 4 more attacks at strength 3. I have a decent chance of just wiping out that unit, if not this turn, next turn. So I thought I'd try that. Brought the Grail Knights into the flank of the Spear Elves. My Knights of the Realm are still locked in with the BSB. Yeah. There's another look. Don't know why I have multiple pictures of the same thing. More close-ups. I guess it's because it's dramatic. I should have dramatic music in the background. Alright. So, the Knights Errant wiped out the Executioners easily, ran them down, and bumped into my archers. But I think the way it's going to work is if he charges this chariot, I'm going to flee with my archers, and if we go middle to middle, he's not going to hit my Knights Errant. So I can live with that. All those knight units... Oh, the Knights of the Realm beat his BSB, and when they pursued, they came into the rear of the Spear Elves. And so especially with that, those Spear Elves didn't have a chance. So wiped all of them out, and the BSB and the Questing Knights didn't do nearly the harm that I needed them to do against those Blackguard. I think I only killed 2. I don't remember how many was in that unit. I think there's maybe 2 more than there are now. And so that was unfortunate because I really needed to hurt him a lot worse than that. So on his turn, he failed stupidity again. And so he ambled forward 3 inches. I fled with the archers, easily got away. And now, not only are my Knights Errant going to survive, they're going to get a flank charge into that chariot. So just, man, my opponent had just rotten luck at some key points of the game. You can see the battle up in the middle. I lost another Questing Knight. He lost another Blackguard. Amazingly enough, my champion's still alive. He didn't get killed this turn, so we're just holding out there. And look where my general and the Pegasus Knight are. On my turn, I'm going to charge declare a charge with both of them into the Blackguard because they both can see. My general is going to move up to the nearest point, and the Pegasus Knight is going to fly to the other side of the Questing Knights and hit them on that side. And nobody else can do anything on my turn. So that's what that combat's looking like. So the Peasants rally, Knights Errant get their charge into the flank, my Pegasus Knight, my general charge into the Blackguard. I don't even move my other guys because it doesn't matter. And this came down to such an epic battle. He wanted to kill that Knight Errant so badly because just had been with him all game. You can see obviously my Knights Errant beat the Colden Chariot and didn't catch it, but it's fleeing at the end of the game, so that's fine. My general and the Pegasus Knight killed 4 Blackguard, just did a great job on him, but he wasn't able to kill my Knight Errant, and I wasn't able to kill him back. It was so close. I was trying so hard to kill every last one. But then we rolled, and he failed a stubborn 9 at the last turn of the game. That unit was passing stubborn 9s all game long, and the very, very, very last turn of the game, with one guy remaining to save half points, he fails a stubborn 9. And So there we go. So at the end of the game, the Christmas Dark Elves are tabled. It looks like I have all my units left. I only lost a few units, but I lost half points on most of my units out there. Or at least half of them anyway. I've got half points in a lot of different places. So anyway, Massacre to the Bretonnians. Hope you enjoyed it.